I'm so sorry for being. I don't apologize. I'm not sorry, but I'm horizontal today because my back hurts really bad. Um, and so this is the angle we're getting all stream. Deal with it, I guess. And so today we're going to be playing a Song of Wandering Souls, which is the title of our campaign, but it is a Game of Thrones, the role-playing game campaign. And yeah, we've got three of our lovely players here today. If you watch our Twitch, you are familiar with them. If you'd like to introduce yourselves very briefly.
Hi! I'm Fro. I use any pronouns, and I play Banyra and her companion Enoth. I don't really play Enoth, but you know.
Hales, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello.
Yes.
Sorry. Hi. I am Hales. I play Mara in this. I also play Rory in Wormswood. And again, I guess I have Phil. Where is he? Which side is he on? Somebody direction me to which side of the
I don't know which side.
Fro, which side is Phil on?
Phil.
Ow. I have Phil. He is my child. It is short for Xenophilius. And yeah.
Hi. I'm Olly. I use she, her, and they, them pronouns. I play Aramera in this campaign in Adria and Wormswood, and I have Balerion, or Beans. I can't gesture because my camera's off, but...
Yes. Yes, and I, as most of you know, I am your lovely DM, Andy, Andre, Toast, whatever you want to call me. I use he, him pronouns and they, them pronouns. You know, don't mind Olly. Olly's just, just cooking and stuff over there on the other side of the camera. And, yeah, so we are going to be playing a little game today. Are we all excited? Are we all feeling it?
Yes. Also, I love how you can tell that this is an earlier stream than normal because I still have light coming through my windows.
I same. Like, you can see the natural light illuminating my lovely zit here. My lovely little egghead.
Also, my sincerest apologies for the drawer noise. I forgot that it makes noise when I open it.
Should put on, like, a hat or something. I have my fanny pack here. I could... Is that a hat? Well, it blocks the sheen, so... and I'm not moving. So, a little recap of what happened last session. We had a daring escape made by Banra's babysitter, Regane, after she was accused of betraying the family. Ooh. Mara had an in-depth conversation with her friend Saya, who has been, keeping an eye on things at university. And Mara obviously also made a new nemesis last session. Fro, are you raising your hand for something? You just messing around? Okay. So we also had, we learned a little bit of Regane's backstory as well, that, she used to be a dragon rider, but tragically lost that ability when her arm was burned in a, attempted revolt. And so we got some fun little pieces playing. We also had some very spooky dreams of a winged stallion stomping down the free cities, of a hall of skeletons extending into the family's basement, and of a wait, why can't I remember this? What did Mara dream of? I'm sorry, I forgot.
Mara dreamed of being on the Siren, which is her mother's ship, and she watched as another passing ship with the Maiden of the Sea sculpted on
That was your dream a couple weeks ago, but it wasn't the dream.
Oh no! Last time
The
Mara
castle
dreamed
on
that her
fucking fire.
Yeah, the
Oh,
castle
yeah.
their tower was on fire, and she had to try to save everyone, but she couldn't because she found Amara dead.
Yeah.
Sorry,
so
Amara.
Aramera, sorry.
Aramera.
And Mara dreamed of a burning building. And in this session, we also are missing Allie because Allie is on hiatus. We will have an in-game explanation for that at some point. But let's make this decision now. Do we want to set the in-game explanation for Maesa's absence before the canonical time of this session or after? How are we feeling about that? Because it's not going to be a big deal. Maesa is always running around doing her own thing.
I feel like storyline wise, it would make more sense for Maesa's thing to happen at post Doom rather than pre Doom.
Okay, well, then we'll just say that Maesa is not going to be present for today's adventure. So, let's get straight into it. We open on a beautiful sunny day in the land of always summer. Today is a big Colosseum event. So, the Grand Magister of the Valyrian Magistrate is aging, and generally the position is only given up to your successor when you die. So when the magisters are in the twilight of their life, there is a big, very entertaining, very showman ceremony to not only try out, have new magisters show off their magical ability, but also for, various Valyrian festivities and shows of culture and such. So, we're going to have several events, and I'm actually going to write them down in my notes so that I can make sure that I don't forget what they are. That are going to happen. We've got some spars, magical and non-magical. We've got some horse riding, which will take place at the end. And this is specifically, a lot of these are microcosms of other cultures, if you will. These are like groups of, the horse riding shows a group of Dothraki who do a sort of staged battle where they shoot some arrows, they do some horse tricks, as well as a Shadowlander lightning summoning ceremony, which is a very important cultural symbol, but is here just very entertaining dance. We've also got dragon riders, and finally the show of magisters, of new magisters who are essentially trying out. There's a much larger process to being invited into the magistrate. It's very secretive, but these guys are just kind of here to show their skill to the public. And let me write all of these down because I forgot to write them down beforehand. But I don't think our dreams have been taking up a little bit too long, and I didn't plan any out for today. I had a very bad day yesterday, and I usually plan the day before. So we're playing on a string and a prayer today. We're playing on a string and a prayer today. Oh yeah. We don't have to worry about getting DMCA stricken for very much longer, though. Actually, well, not only on Twitch, not when these go up on YouTube, but so I guess we can start off with everybody waking up. We kind of need to get a little reintroduced to our characters because it has been quite a long time since our last session took place in the timeline. It's been 5 years since our last session. So, Mara, you've been spending a lot more time in school. Banyra, I assume also has spent some time as well in school. You know, but mostly Banyra has been training with your dragon, Enoth. And Aramera, of course, only getting buffer and gayer by the year. And so I guess to update you guys all on a few things that have been happening in the last few years is that a couple more senators have gone missing, which is a very big deal. And the ones that had gone missing before have turned up deceased. And there's a really big it's not a like nationwide panic, but definitely a lot of people have been leaving the city and questioning the strength of the Senate if they cannot but keep their own members safe. There's also been a little bit of uproar in the penal colonies, and you know, it's not. Shut up. I can see what you're thinking. I can see it. I can see it in your eyes. Penal. It means prison. It means a prison camp. Is that what you want to say? Penal colony? It means a fucking prison camp. This is not funny. So there's been uproar in the penal colonies about about inhumane cruelty, okay?
Please, let's have some decorum.
Yeah, this is not a funny joke, okay? There's been
Penis.
there has been abuse in the no. I hate this. I hate it here. Fucking yeah. You know, people are being abused in the colonies that are prison. In the colonies that are prisons in the islands of the Summer Sea. It's very bad.
The imprisoned colonies?
Yes, in the prison colonies there's been a lot of human rights violations. If there was Geneva Conventions, Valyria would be breaking them. Yeah, there's been a lot of drama as well within the universities, as with the further diversification of allowing colonists to really move in to the mainland. There's been a heightening in anti-foreigner sentiment and nationalism, which has been really not good for everybody involved. I don't know why Hales is laughing so hard. I don't know why everybody's laughing so hard at nationalism and and the abuse of people in prison. Okay, this is very not funny things. And everybody's laughing because I said penal, because it sounds like penis.
I am not laughing for that reason.
Fuck it. You guys are.
I had to write a thing where I was like, if there's any questions about the stream reports, let me know. And instead of putting my name, I almost put penis. I was this close. I literally typed that shit out and almost sent it.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, we're fucking updated. We're back. Y'all know what's happening.
Also, Banyra got a cool, sexy burn mark by taming her dragon. Pretty much from the tips of her fingers all the way up her shoulder down to the tips of her feet. She got fucking like half dunked in a dry. What did they call them?
You know what?
And they make fries. How do they make fries? They put them in a
Deep
deep fryer.
fryer.
She got half
Yes.
dunked in a deep fryer, pretty much.
Banyra the crispy.
True.
Yeah, so we started off in your guys' house in the morning. Maesa is off doing her own thing today. Because obviously when your father said, "We're going to the Coliseum," Maesa said, "Where else can I be during this entire 24-hour span?" And so yeah, you guys wake up, the morning is clear, the altitude is high, so the air is very thin. And you guys all awake on a beautiful morning. Breakfast is ready. What's everybody doing?
Being cool.
You want us to roll for who goes first?
We can do that, sure.
You know
That's
I'm
what we
gonna
do in
roll the
Warzone.
highest. I always fucking
Yeah.
roll the highest.
I know.
Today will be the day that Fro rolls a nat one. We're all doing.
What are we
Let's
rolling?
do 20s.
Hey, what's the command for the dice bot? I lost all my dice.
It's exclamation point roll.
Thank you.
$14.
16.
Five.
And we're off. So, Mara, you awake first. I'll say, you're like...
How?
What?
You rolled a 16.
I rolled a 14.
Oh, sorry. Aramera. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's okay.
You
You're
awake
good,
first.
Olly.
I got a fanny pack on my head. I'm lying down. We're living the dream.
We live in.
So yeah, you awake first on this beautiful day. What is the first thing that Aramera does in the morning?
I think Aramera would quite literally roll out of bed. Like she can't be bothered. She's always tired. But I think the only thing she would be doing is kind of like getting ready to go see her boy Balerion, and that's probably about it.
So, are you gonna try and get breakfast, or are you just first thing in the morning just go see Beans?
No breakfast.
Only Beans.
Only beans.
And also, we clarified that Aramera was going to participate in the tourney today, but is she participating in the fighting or the dragon riding?
Can both be an option?
No.
Damn it.
And I say this because I'm going to make you do agility checks, and I have this feeling that you're gonna fail them.
I think she's gonna do the fighting.
Yeah. I mean, you can do the dragon riding if that's what you want to do.
I mean,
it's not a big deal. It's not gonna mess up my plot stuff.
Totally would, but fighting, she's more likely to win at fighting.
Yeah.
She's
yeah.
What does she have in fighting? Let me think.
This dick. Ha!
God damn it. She has a 5. Okay. We good.
Yeah, you're very good at this.
Yes.
what's your bonus die? It's in longsword.
We
correct?
lost a viewer
Correct?
because of what I said.
Funny. That was
I
a funny
think-
haha.
I think I have 2 bonus die for long blades.
Yeah. That's really cool. And wait, let me make sure. Do you know what damage that does?
I do not because I have no brain.
Okay, let me open that in another tab, and then I will tell you. Because I'm pretty sure.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is there any like competitions for like the long like for bow and arrows or stuff?
Yeah,
Arch-
archery is a thing. Do you want to do that?
Well, that is her specialty move.
Okay.
I'm not sure if she's one who would do
Specialty
competitions
move?
like that.
What?
Like with her weapon.
What the fuck? She sounds like a specialty move plus ultra.
I'm gonna cry.
So let me. Oh shit! Wrong thing. I've just gotta open up my weapons chart. So yeah, you get your shit together and you head off to the stable, unless there's anything else you want to do in your house before.
Nope.
Okay, so as you're walking down, make an awareness roll for me.
Oh shit. Okay. Hold on. My hands are covered in rice. Fuck. This is
I can tell you what you have to roll if you don't want to look at your character sheet.
It's okay. It's okay. No longer have rice on my hands.
Okay. You
But-
have a 3 in awareness.
Okay. And then is that just added to the roll?
No, you do not add it to the roll. It's just 3d6.
Oh. Thank you.
Bang bang. I love how you have a bonus die in thievery, but you also have 1 die in thievery.
Shh. Why? Why did I have to take such a shitty roll? Or why did I have to make such? It's 7.
So, I mean, this isn't a difficult task, so I'm not gonna like make this really hard for you.
Thank you.
As you're walking down, are you like taking the inside route in your house or like the outside route?
She's probably gonna take the outside route.
Okay, so you see like there are new, not like suspicious looking guards, but the guards that are, you usually don't see a ton of guards outside of your house. Like this is not, in the last 5 years your mom has become a little bit more paranoid about her own safety. And so you've had maybe 1 or 2 always walking around, but you can tell like by the way that this guy is stationed that there have to be more outside of the house today.
Right.
Like he's not pacing around or anything. Like he is standing by this like entrance, you know, waiting. And this guy is not somebody who you've seen before.
Okay. She kind of she starts walking past them, like kind of as she would usually do, but also looks back at the one particular guard that she hasn't seen before because this is kind of funky weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he doesn't make, like, if you look at him for long enough, he looks you in the eyes, and you see that he gives you, like, a little bit of a smile.
She just keeps walking. Like
Yeah.
it's not her business.
It's not your business. Yeah, you walk past him, and, yeah, the stables are there. There's, like, you know, you've got Balerion. Maesa's dragon is gone today. I forgot what Maesa's dragon's name is real today. We're having a very organized brain day today.
Yes.
So yeah, Maesa's dragon is not there. Phil doesn't really sleep here because he's so little. He don't need to. And Enoth is like taking up 2 whole stalls, just like this enormous gold thing, and it sleeps with its eyes wide open.
God. Is there food for the dragons anywhere?
Yeah, there's like a dug cellar of like a a hole, and it's and there's like some meat in there to some like animals that have been hunted.
So she's gonna. I don't know if it's like anyone else's job to feed the dragons, but
They're fed enough today that they can live. Like this would be an early morning chore, so it's something you've kind of missed.
yeah.
So yeah, there's like food in there though. Like, and it's not a crime to feed your dragon more.
Yeah. I mean, she's gonna do it anyways, regardless of whether or not it is a crime. The boy deserves to eat. Big man.
The boy does deserve to eat.
So she grabs like 2 of the smaller carcasses, and at this point, Balerion is awake.
Yeah.
So she kind of just tosses him into his stall. I forgot the word for stall, but tosses him in, and visibly shudders at the fact that Enoth sleeps with his eyes open.
Her,
because
actually, she's a girl boss.
Her eyes open.
I'm sorry, I forgot.
A dangerous girl boss.
She girl bossing. Everybody girl bossing. One of us girl boss too close to the sun, but that's a problem for another day.
Truly.
But she Enoth is pretty, but that's fucking creepy. So she kind of
yeah.
She kind of just turns around and like climbs. Balerion isn't gonna eat her. Obviously.
Yeah, no.
He's smart enough, I guess.
Yes.
Kind of just chilling and climbs over the stall door because she is too lazy to unlock it and walk inside, like a heathen.
Mm-hmm.
And she's kind of just spending time with the boy, not really planning on doing anything.
Aww. Spending time with the boy. And also, I will have you clarify right now. For the tournament, is Aramera wearing half plate armor or full plate armor? Or like, something different like leather or like padded armor?
Probably gonna be wearing like half plate, not because this isn't a full plate affair.
Yeah. So add half plate to your just like write that down real quick for me, and put your armor penalty at 5. Yeah. And your bulk is at 3.
Got it.
This is combat in this game is difficult, and hopefully this will go well.
Great. Let's go.
So you're hanging out with your dragon. As you're like in here, it's a little bit early, so there's a attendant who's kind of walking around in the stables as you've like climbed in, and you're kind of a little bit out of view because these stalls are like huge. Like stalls for like a horse are already enormous. Stalls for a dragon, terrifying. Like think of just like a whole empty trailer, just but with a vaulted ceiling. In this like giant circular room. It's kind of a panopticon where all of the dragons are facing inside. And these stalls are like semi-open, so the dragons could escape if they needed to. But it's not easy. So this is like you generally have to open a door for them because they don't have little human handsies. So yeah, the dragons are like moving in a little bit of a harmony. It's very like you can hear the breathing of the different dragons. This like very homely atmosphere to you. You're hanging out with Bean, and he's just giving you like really like good vibes today. Like he's giving you little sniffs as he's like chowing down on whatever like carcass you've brought him, and yeah, just having a little cute time. Just having a little cute time with your dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've just given him some little pets. You're like the attendant who's walking around stops and goes, Aramera, are you in there?
There's silence for a second, and there's a very quiet no from inside.
Okay. Does whoever is in the stall want some human breakfast?
There's another like moment of silence, and then Aramera's head pops over like the door to where like people go into the stall.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, no.
Okay. Good morning.
Who is this person's name? Who is this lovely woman's name?
Yes.
This is, I'll just say, her name is Nautila.
Stan Nautila. I love her.
She's a very, wait, let me write that in my notes.
I remember.
I just pulled that off the dome from all my servant names that I have written down.
I remember her from like one of our previous sessions where she was like, "Where is your sister?"
And I'm very confused because her name is very, very similar to my mother's name in game.
Yeah, it's it's spelled with more U's and less N's than your mom's name. Okay. So are we going to be here for all day today?
No, there's does Aramera know there's a tournament later today? Is she
You you decide. Is Aramera prepared?
She's always prepared. She's a big buff lesbian.
So no.
When is she not prepared? She's only unprepared with women.
And in that measure, she's unprepared all the time.
All of the...
So, oh yes, and for your damage, I'm looking at your thing right now, and you have a great sword, correct?
Yes, big boy.
It is your damage is your athletics +3.
What is her athletics? Let me check. Time to find out if I can find the server. Yeehaw. Oh, okay. Alright. I got it.
Okay. Oh yes, and for Mara, your you have a longbow, correct?
No, she just has a bow and arrow.
A longbow is
Yes, but like she doesn't. She has a standard bow.
there are two types of bow and arrows in this game. Okay? There's a longbow, a hunting sorry, three. A longbow, a hunting bow, and a double curved bow. A double curve is like the ones that we think of for like sporting events right now, like in our time. A more traditional bow for a summer islander would be a longbow. And then a hunting bow would be like a smaller one that you would use for
Well,
like
I don't
hunting.
want to have a longbow because Ally's character has a longbow.
Okay, so we're going with the hunting bow or the double curve.
I want the double curve.
Okay. Your double you need do you have a bonus die on marksmanship, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So and you have a +1 your damage is +1 to your agility.
So it's a 4.
Yep. Okay. And does Banyra have any weapons? That because I'm looking at the table right now, so I might as well.
She has like a little fancy sword.
Okay. Cool.
It's like a long sword.
So small sword for specialty fencing, would that be correct?
Yeah.
That would be your agility -1 for your damage.
What?
Great
So
thing
that's
about
just a 1 die?
Your agility is 1?
My agility is 2 minus 1. So that's
It's not 1 die. It's 1 point of damage. In this game, you don't roll for damage ever. It's just how many times you can hit with a fixed number of damage that you do with those hits.
Okay.
So you will only do 1 damage with your hits from this sword.
Is there any other swords that do more?
Yes, of course.
Let's go with those ones.
So there is a long sword, which is your athletics +1. A great sword, which is your athletics +3. A bastard sword, which is your athletics +1. And a, dagger, knife, other things that are similar to swords.
What's a long sword? Isn't a long sword just a sword that is long?
Yes.
I'll go with the long sword.
Okay, now your...
Sorry, did you just ask, is it a long sword? The sword that is long?
Okay, shut up. Because sometimes they mean like long sword and it's like thick too.
Yeah, a great sword is the one that is long and thick.
Shut up.
I'm quoting, by the way.
Yeah, clip that one for the ages. So
Is Mara's bow the one that has the highest damage points, or I assume the hunting one has the highest damage?
The highest damage for bow and arrow would be, I believe, the longbow. Yeah, the longbow is the highest one.
R.I.P.
So, because hunting bow is in the middle with
so I have the lowest. Cool.
No, hunting bow is the lowest. A
Oh.
double curved is in the middle, and then the longbow is the most.
Okay, how much damage do you get for a longbow?
You get +2 to your agility.
Allie, I'm sorry.
They're gonna be different weapons anyway. Like, flavor-wise, they are different.
Flavor-wise?
Oh, yes. Any like writing that is D&D factoid time. Flavor is any writing that is extra to like mechanics. So, your
Okay.
mechanic is what your magic does or what your weapon does, and flavor is like how you how you describe it. So like you guys have the same weapon mechanically, but flavor wise, you have completely different weapons. They mean different things to you. They are functionally different,
Okay.
but like mechanically they are the same.
So would you say that Mara has a like traditional Summer Islander longbow?
Yes, and I might homebrew some stuff for you later because I want it to be special. I want it to be special.
Okay.
So yeah, now that
What
we've
about
got all of
me?
our damage out of the way.
Am I special?
You already got your special shit. You have so many destiny points. You're gonna be able to bail
That's
yourself
because
out of
my
anything.
character is very injured.
You injured, you little injured lad.
Berries and cream.
So yeah, Aramera, you're just hanging out with Beans. Is there any like? Do you want to try? So you remember that there is a tournament today. Like, oh, is Olly? Did Olly
I'm
move?
here.
Oh,
I'm here.
okay. So yeah, you remember that there is a tournament today, and it's the big one. Like this is like in front of a lot of people. This is gonna be the big one.
Yeah, she's definitely participating in that. Probably, I think. Yeah, we established that she was going to be in the what is it called? The fighting tourney rather than the other.
Yes. So, is there anything like you want to do before you go to that?
Yeah, is it okay if I like have her go back to her room and start preparing all of the things?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
you like armor up, you can go back up there, armor up, anything else. Like, what else do you want to do?
Nothing really. Just kind of just wants to prepare for the tourney
Okay.
because this is the big one.
And also, I will add Hales. With your healing specialty, because your healing is so good, you're also, I'll say that you have some magical ability because, well, so I'm being gracious today because I don't want anybody to die before it's fun for me to let them die.
Fun for
So
us.
the if you want to prepare any like spell like magic stuff, I'll give you extra test die for healing rolls. But you have to tell me specifically what what these are going to be for. Like you
Okay.
can't just be like, I'm going to prepare 3 things and then I will just
I
give
gotta
you
be
the die.
specific.
Yeah, like
Okay.
stab wound.
Yeah. I will tell you those when we get to my turn.
Yes, 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 yes. So if there's nothing else you want to do though, Olly, then we will shift over to Mara.
Cool. There's nothing else I want to do.
Yeah. Okay. So we head over to Mara. So in the last 5 years, you have been getting the things that your stepmother has been doing to try and make your life harder have been very not childish, but very like specific. Like you have been in very limited contact with your biological mother because your letters have been consistently not being withheld, but getting lost in the mail in some ways. Like, your contact with her is inconsistent. And Phil's growth has been like continually stunted, not of your own volition, but of like outside force. Saya and you have both been increasingly disliked in your classes, for unapparent reasons, and there has just been a general attitude of hostility because of course. And you did have a taunting interaction with your stepmother around like a couple weeks after you helped Regane escape your home, which was that there was a body.
Huh?
And you can make whatever check you want right now, but it wasn't recognizable. It wasn't recognizable in the sense that it didn't have a whole face. It seems consistent with what would have happened, but you know that that's not what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to make any checks to try and interpret this at all?
Okay, yeah. How do I do that?
You could do.
Is there no look into the abyss in this
No,
one?
there's no catch-all stat for this one. So this could be like, you could say cunning, or you could say like knowledge because, you know, of your research at at your college and stuff. Or I could even stretch it for a healing or an awareness.
Well, she has her knowledge skill is has an extra die for research, and then her cunning skill has an extra die for logic or memory.
I could see you getting using your cunning bonus die, but research is for when you are actively researching something, not for when you are like observing something. But you can say like, oh, I researched this after, or, you know, oh, I like, this is what she thought in the moment. Like, how are you feeling about that?
Okay, so this is like the body that they're saying is Regane.
Mm-hmm.
So is there anything, but you said there's not anything immediately familiar to her.
It's not that there's nothing immediately familiar. It's just that it's not right. Like, I can elaborate on this further, but it is like, what is left of it looks like her, but it's not, you know, consistent.
Okay, so I feel like afterwards she would do research about it.
Okay, so yeah, you can roll with your knowledge and research.
And that is D12.
No, that is 4d6 with
Yes.
your
D6.
bonus die. Yes.
Forget that we used this D6s here. Okay, so
Yep,
it's 4
we
D6.
here. We're technically supposed to use d6s there as well, but you just use a d12 because you're rebellious.
Well, yeah, I don't have 2 D6s. Okay, so that's... I'm gonna write them down as I roll. Where is plus? We ain't going great.
So
it ain't going great. 4, and then we have 1 bonus today. Okay, so that is 9.
9, and that's with your, what was your lowest roll?
A 1.
What was your bonus die roll?
A 1.
so you can exclude one of those ones, so it's an 8.
A little rude, but okay.
And this is not Monster Heart, so you do not gain experience points. So you on an 8, like the basic, because that's you still passed, like you still got. This is still like a basic success. So with what you know of, like, and you're using research, so this is not like memory, so I can't really connect with that. From what
Well, I
you're
could go back and do memory, but
no,
research
it,
seemed more plausible.
it has been rolled. So from what you've researched, you know that there is within the history of Valyrian blood magic, there is an ability to change forms or change the forms of things. And this is something you've seen like magisters do. Like this is a very, showman-y skill of like, oh, turning a dove into a crow or
So something she would have learned at school.
yeah, something you even
Well,
if
not learned,
you
but saw.
yeah, something you've seen in school. Definitely something Saya has done before. Like something she might know more about as well. But something your father definitely knows a lot about.
But we're already in the point where she doesn't trust her father.
No, not at all.
Yeah, so she would not go and ask her father about it.
So, yeah, you're waking up all sunshine and rainbows. Phil is curled up at the foot of your bed. He's doing that really fun, like, as you start to stir, he does that little lizard blink of, like, his big eyelids, like, squish over his eyes.
Yes, Phil is about the size of a miniature pony at this point.
Yes, he's the size of a medium-sized dog.
Yeah, he's like the size of to go back to what we were talking about. He's like the size of a pig.
Mini pigs, boo.
Micro pigs, but when they're actually large.
Yeah, micro pigs when they're large freak me out. They're so small and yet large, and I hate it. Yeah, you wake up and what it like, do you think Mara, I feel like since we've just talked about this, that maybe Mara was like deep in thought about this subject before like going to sleep, maybe? Perhaps?
Yeah, so I feel like she definitely would have had like some, I don't want to say nightmarish dreams, but like contemplative, lucid dreams about this, as she often does. I feel like it's something that's probably been plaguing on her for the past like 5 years.
I think that like, okay, I'll say if it's really been weighing on her that much, that maybe at one point like you did watch, like you walked in on one of, or you like came to one of Saya's demonstrations for her classes, because her focus
But she also would have
more,
talked to Saya about it.
yeah, like her focus is more like sorcery based than Mara's. So like one of the demonstrations that she watched, very Socratic seminar style, of the, not Socratic seminar, I'm trying to think what the actual name of this is, but there was like a magician basically using blood magic to transform the face of like a cadaver, like a dead man. And
Just my schooling.
this is like definitely was a big like revelation.
Yeah, I also feel like Mara may have been like kind of agonizing over this just a little bit, of the thought of like a little bit of guilt for the whole situation. Because though she knows, and obviously the stepmom knows that this is not Regane, this is a person.
Mm-hmm.
And she has no knowledge of whether this person was dead or not before she intervened.
Yeah. And just to be clear as well, you're not on an 8 knowledge, you are not 100% sure that it's not Regane. Like, it could have been her, and they could have just killed her later.
Okay. So this is really something that's just kind of been weighing on her for like 5 years.
Yeah. It's really been, and I think it's probably also not helped your relationship with Saya, because like that is the magic that she learns of, the like transformation of humans through magic, and all of this stuff that's like very deeply connected to your father, and your mistrust of him is also something that Saya is coming into. So it's not like
they're a little strained right now.
Yeah, your relationship has like definitely not been improved by all of this. But is competing in the tournament as well. So
Okay.
So you'll see her there. And so yeah, you wake up, I think, in your in your like sleep, you maybe passed out with a book in your hand of ancient for I love how Fro's just having a time of ancient like of ancient Valyrian texts of like talking of moving the humor through the body in order to transform the face, like this very like evil almost art paired with a letter from your mother about the disquieting in Gogossos, which is from what I remember, Game of Thrones lore nerds, don't at me if I'm saying the wrong name, if I'm saying the name of the wrong penal colony. This is, I know a lot, but I don't know everything. So in the islands of the Summer Sea where your mother sails, like this letter that you're reading is basically that she had a new crewman join who escaped one of these colonies, who they don't trade with and they try to avoid, that they have been trying to make more chimeras, of magic, and it's really been like that the Valyrian forces have basically completely penetrated all of the fuck you. Fuck you. I saw you laughing.
I was
you
looking at a
laughing when I said
meme on
penetrate.
Instagram, you asshole. I wasn't even thinking about you.
It's because you laughed as soon as I said penetrate, and I was like, you motherfucker. The Valyrian forces have completely taken over the border islands of Sothoros, and that the local governments are completely gone, and that there's no, like, that it's truly chaos amongst the people who have been taken there. And so this too, like, is weighing on you.
Great.
Yeah. When your mom said that your life was gonna be hell, she meant it.
Yeah, great, awesome, cool.
Yeah, LOL. Hashtag speaking from the heart. Be lecher. So, yeah, you wake up, from an unpleasant dream to an unpleasant reality. Uh, the sun is shining. I think, Mara, you're the most organized person on the planet Earth, so you do remember that the tournament is today.
Yes. Yeah, the very first thing she's gonna do, she's gonna make her bed and like kind of clean her around her room a little bit. Phil is not a morning dragon. So Phil is like, she's trying to make this bed around his still sleeping body because he refuses to get up.
Dragon sound.
You messed up your camera. Please fix it.
Is this better?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So like she's gonna like take the letter, kind of like glance over it again to like refresh her memory about what it says, and then she's going to put it back in its envelope and set it in the box that she keeps all of the letters from her mother in. They are all meticulously organized. So I feel like they are organized by content. So this is like it has important information, and versus like there's ones that are just like, oh, catch up letters, and ones that have like, oh, here's like business stuff. So she puts it in the important information pile. And then she is going to go over to Phil and literally pick him up like a giant baby and put him on the ground and get his harness put on, and she's going to go take him down to the lake to go have breakfast.
So, again, I ask, do you want to get a human breakfast before you do this?
She'll probably get one to go to eat, like kind of like a picnic at the side of the lake while Phil eats.
Okay, yeah. So you get like you stop in at this sort of like table area. Your family is the kind that would want to have formal breakfasts, but I feel like
Mara will ignore that.
Yeah, Banyra is the only person who shows up, and
at
so
this point, like she does not talk to her stepmother. She doesn't even look her in the eyes.
Your stepmother,
which I feel is mutual.
Your stepmother is constantly making eye contact with you on purpose.
Okay.
It's deliberately, and it's to make you uncomfortable.
Well, Mara's not uncomfortable. She's very much just kind of like, she doesn't even glance at her. She does not. She basically just pretends that she does not exist.
Yeah. Okay. Stop being unbothered by your nemesis.
Let's say it this way: the decision of all of the ramifications of what could have happened to Regane and or anyone else involved because of her involvement with Regane, those weigh on her. The decision to just kind of piss off her stepmother does not weigh on her.
Great. So, yeah, you head out to the lake to get Phil his meal, and you can also make an awareness check.
Cool. What am I awarenessing about?
You don't know.
Okay. Well, I don't have a high awareness, so. Oh, it's a 7.
Yeah, on the same note as Aramera, you do see that there are like a couple new guards outside the house. Oh.
Okay. How closely are they watching Mara?
They're not like watching people who are coming out. So with that, we'll cut over to our last but not least.
Wait, but I didn't get to prepare my bow stuff. You said that I needed to prepare my magic.
Yes, you do need to do that. So, prepping that stuff. What do you want to prep?
Well, she's obviously gonna get like her bow and ready and stuff. And does she need any armor for archery?
You're shooting, like you're not getting shot at. If you want to get armor, like that might be.
If she's not being shot at, then she's fine.
I mean, it's also a very big event, so if you wanted to be like protected in case something happens, like that's feasible.
That was an ominous statement, so we're gonna go with okay.
Okay, what kind of armor do you want to wear?
What's pretty?
Well, there's such a where's my, here it is. Okay. So there is velvet. They're like velvet padded, soft leather. Or we can just like say that, any other type of armor that you have would be very like intricate.
Ornate.
Like, yeah. So mechanically, there is padded armor, leather armor, bone or wood, ring mail, animal hide, chain mail, a single breastplate, scale mail, and I do not know what these two things mean, so I'm not going to say them. And half plate and full plate, but I don't think that Mara would be wearing either half plate or full plate armor.
Okay. What do you think would be the most like
Stylish?
well, no. Well, yeah, but like what do you think would be the most traditional for like Summer Island? Like not traditional, but like what do you think would be like something that she's familiar with?
Your mom probably wore leather armor and or a breastplate. Like Summer Islanders generally would wear like wood mail, but they have enchanted wood, which you have never, I mean, unless you want to say that you have, like, that you have never had like a ton of access to.
Okay. So like hers would probably be like leather armor then.
Okay. So yeah, Mark.
Hi, sorry. My dinner got here. Yes. Leather armor.
Yes. So you put down a 2 for your armor rating and a -1 for your armor penalty.
Okay.
Oh boy, and I'm looking at the combat table. Y'all might die.
Well, she's not fighting anybody though.
No, you're not fighting anybody.
Okay, and also for the magic that she is preparing.
Yes.
Because you said I had to come up with myself, but is there any like things that she cannot do?
I'm gonna say you can't. Like, you can't cast Spare the Dying. Like, if somebody's zero hit points, full stop dead, you cannot like bring them back to life.
Okay. Wait, so is my
healing
is my magic only for healing, or can she do any other type of magic? So like anything to help her like bow and arrow?
I'm gonna say, unless I don't think Mara would have specifically learned those things. If you think that she would have, then I will allow you.
I feel like you're gonna make fun of me for this one.
Yes.
I feel like she would have learned a thing that she can like a kind of magic that makes her bow and arrow less lethal if she chooses. So that like it's not something that like would, or like something that would just like make it hurt less.
I think you can say that like you can shoot a padded arrow. Like you can shoot something that's not going to kill somebody.
Okay. So yeah.
That's not really like magic.
Okay.
And also, I feel like it would be very powerful magic to like draw forth injury directly out of somebody from being shot with an arrow, but that's definitely something I will say that is like a magic thing I will allow you to do.
More so like the direct idea that I was having is that like an arrow that immediately categorize I know the word, I just can't pronounce it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but when you missaid it, now I can't think of what the word is.
Like,
cauterizes
the wound. So it's not like so much that they're not hurt, but of just like they're not going to like immediately bleed out.
Yeah, so I'll say that that's a magic thing you can prepare if you want.
Okay. And then for like, okay, I don't know how to spell it, so we're going with our best.
Shit, I forgot to write this shit down in my notes. Oh, god damn it.
So like, okay, so things that I feel like this is when she would have learned, made the choice to learn after her dream in the last one, which is how to magically produce an aesthetic, so that she no longer has to punch her siblings out.
You can just carry anesthetic.
Well, but this way she doesn't have to make sure that she always has the ingredients for it.
Okay, so I'll say...
And you won't have to punch me in the face like you did in a dream!
No, but, like, here's the thing about magic, like, that is the kind of thing you will always need to prepare for magic. Like, putting somebody to sleep with magic is putting them to sleep with a draft or with, like, a smell. Like, that's not something you can just generate from your hands.
Okay, you gotta give me a little more structure then, because I don't know what to do.
I'm sorry. Game of Thrones runs on a soft magic system. There aren't a lot of specific rules. There's only vibes. Vibes only. This game is kind of dumb and didn't prepare for the magic, so I am just making decisions.
Can she have a magic vibe that kind of like, if people are hurt, she can kind of put them in a peaceful state, so that it's not so much they're not hurt anymore, or even that they can't feel it, but they're less like a little aware of it. They're more like a little kind of happy drugged.
Okay, I can say you have some sort of magical charm that can put people at ease. That's
okay.
Like charm or incense or whatever, like that you can use to put people at ease.
I'm gonna say magical charm because that sounds cooler.
Fun.
But I think that's probably it.
Okay.
Unless there's one that you think that Mara would be good for, like Mara.
I mean, if you want to like say that you have some sort of like, do you think Mara would have learned any blood magic? That's an important question.
Is there any type of blood magic that is not the one that she was learning about? Like, though I don't know, that could possibly be useful.
It is it's a very useful skill. It's like one of the most useful skills.
I feel like maybe Saya would have taught her a little bit of what they were learning about to try and make her less wary of it. Less kind of, I don't want to say prejudiced, but like to kind of make her more comfortable with it and show her like the ways that it can be used for good.
Yeah, so I'll say that you have like high or low?
High.
Okay, I'll say that you have 2 wound stitch spells prepared for if somebody gets a stab wound, which means that you will be able to take 1 wound off of somebody if they are stabbed.
Okay, I wrote all of this down in my character corner. If you can check to make sure that's all correct.
Yes, I'm watching it. I'm watching you do it.
Okay. Then I think we are good to move on to Banyra.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, you are outside peacefully with Phil jumping through the water. All your stuff is prepared, and our camera pans back to the our camera.
I was just gonna say that I didn't know if I'd ever stated it in session before, but that Phil primarily hunts in water.
Oh yes, he is a fish boy. And so we cut over to Banyra. What is Banyra doing first thing in the morning?
Well, she wakes up early as shit and gets magnificently dressed in clothes that she will eventually change to her favorite pair of clothes for the tournament. She's been planning for this for like 2 weeks. She definitely goes and has breakfast with her mommy. And like shyly asks if she and her mother and her father will be showing up for the tournament today. and maybe watching her performance?
They are. It's a very, like, your mother says this to you, has said this to you before, but this is a very important event because it is like the showing off of the new magisters who work very closely with the Senate. So, like, it's a huge point of pride. Your father didn't want to go because of all of the senators going missing, and your mother sees it as a show of strength to go, like show that they're still powerful in spite of these recent tragedies.
So she's like sitting there eating breakfast, like, so, I'll be participating in the tournament. Will you be there to watch me?
Of course. I'm aware that you're participating, and of course I will be present for the entire event.
Her eyes like light up a bit, like, my mom was aware that I was doing something. Oh my god. Will father be there?
Your father has been on and off about this decision to be present in this moment, but I hope he will make the right decision to attend.
Yes, certainly. I will make you two proud and I will win whatever I can. Me and Enoth have been practicing a lot for this.
Yes, you have been quite absent from your studies.
I'm still completing all of them, just on my own time, when I'm free.
Of course. Banyra, you should learn that the world does not operate on your schedule.
I understand that, but this was important, and you said that, you know, a lot of important people come, and so I wanted to practice to make you proud. To make, I don't know, to let people know how good we are. How good I am with my dragon. How powerful we are together. Enoth is certainly a show.
You are such a vibrant child. I appreciate your fervor, and I hope that you will impress us all.
I certainly will. I do not accept failure.
No, we do not.
She gets up and like finishes her breakfast and is just like ecstatic. She's like, my mom was so nice to me this morning. Oh my god.
Yeah, your mom at this breakfast table. New extensions are in, obviously.
I mean, it's been 5 years. I would hope so.
Of course. You know, beautiful long braids. Her hair's already been done for this event. You know, her hair is woven with jewels and diamonds and little sapphires and opals, just like this huge mass of like luxurious luxurious and opulent hair. And her dragon, I believe Dawn, is directly behind her in the window, with its great lilac head leaning just into the sun, where the light falls through the great columns of the house. So where is Banyra headed after?
She's going to get changed into her rider clothes and go grab Enoth.
Just gotta at Olly real quick. So, yeah, you go down to grab Enoth, and Enoth's eyes are wide open as always, and she slumbers with little spires of smoke leaking from her nostrils. Her great golden head laying peacefully on the ground, and her huge body occupying 2 stalls that had to have the wall knocked out of the middle.
Enoth, are you ready to go kick some fools' asses today?
She, does a deep groan and, raises her entire head out of the, stall wall to where you can see it, and she leans over and looks directly into your eyes, and just gives you a little deep little hum in response.
Splendid. Well, I'm going to make sure that you are definitely fed. I think if you are willing, we should practice. I think practicing would be splendid. Mother was super nice to me today, so I'm really hopeful for the events. Father might not show up, but that is fine. You don't care. But I think we need to practice and make sure we're extra good, just in case he does come, so he sees how much we've practiced and how amazing we are. And then maybe you'll congratulate us, and I'm sure you would get even a bigger feast.
She grunts a little bit again, and tries to flex her wings, but they're so big that they just hit the ceiling.
Let's get you out first, and then you can do that.
So, yeah, are you going to try and, let her out into the room, or are you going to try and let her out outside?
Let her out outside. Just so you can,
Yeah.
Stretch.
I would say that Aramera hears what's going on, but Olly can't hear anything because Olly is deafened. If only my admin privileges let me undeafen people.
Oof.
I can't make you hear me. So, you, let Enoth out, and she's this, majestic but terrifying beast. She, crawls out from the open, outside end of the stall, and crawls onto the building. Her golden body glimmers in the sun, and she just makes this low guttural growl, just of a general pleasingness, but it is still very uncomfortable for all. A crowd of birds in a nearby tree fly away. We can't hear you.
Banyra's loving it. Her dragon is her pride and joy. Her dragon is her everything. Practically her only friend. So she's just like, let's get this bread, bitches! Let's get this bread!
Let's get this bread! Is there anything that Banyra wants to get done or prepare before the tournament?
If Hales is free, I think she would try to talk to Mara. So up in such great fashion as you do.
Hales.
Hello.
Okay, I was like, oh. I've just been spamming the muted text with Oily come back.
Help me God.
Sorry, I was eating.
That's perfectly
No
alright.
problem.
She would probably find wherever Mara is to go talk to her.
Sorry, I just forgot my cat entered my room a few minutes ago. And so when I looked vaguely behind me and saw this just standing like a little statue, I scared myself.
She's such a chubby little bean. She's such a chubby little bean.
She likes to do what we call gargoyle sit, where she'll pick a position and then become a statue for a really long time until she vaguely will turn like this to make sure you know she's still watching you. Anyways.
That's terrifying.
I love her so much. She's my baby. Anyways. Yes, you would like to talk to Mara.
Yeah. She's gonna, like, make sure
So you're gonna come down to the lake?
Yeah.
It's not like a... I'll say that you guys live in the more medieval version of suburbs. So, like, this is the very upper class, like, area, and there's, like, a lot of flowing water, but not a lot of, like... This isn't a true lake. I'm saying it's more like a pond.
Does that mean that, like, the kingdom has to literally refresh the fish in it every couple of days for Phil?
I mean, this is a pre-industrialization society, so there's fish, like, almost all the time. Remember that time in the world where we didn't really have to think about overfishing? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're living here.
Damn.
Phil's in his happy little place.
Yeah.
Yeah, she makes sure that Enoth gets, like, a really good breakfast, and then heads off to go stalk out Mara.
Are you going to ride Enoth there?
How far of a walk is it?
Not like that far. It's like maybe a little less than a quarter mile.
She'll take Enoth. Just for shits and giggles. Because she's so
Yeah,
big. Can you describe to me how big Enoth is, actually?
So, I will describe how big Enoth is. If anybody's familiar, I believe I have a Google search tab with this open, or maybe I don't. I don't. There's a prehistoric species of rhinoceros that I would like to compare this to.
Oh, God help me.
Yeah, so the largest prehistoric rhino, the Paracerethium, and let me just describe how large that is. The Paracerethium size. Yeah, 26 feet long, without the tail. So Enoth is like 26 feet long without the tail, and probably weighs in at around like maybe 10 tons. Dragons are kind of like extra light for their size. So if she was big and solid, she would be like 30 tons.
So is the picture I put in muted chat accurate, or is she bigger or smaller than such?
That size, but with a big ass tail and wings.
Right. Yeah. No, makes sense.
Yeah, probably less shoulder, more neck as well. So
Hi,
yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Oily. So
Thank
yeah.
you, Oily.
You, I was going to mention that Aramera, you noticed that Mara has come into the stables and released Enoth and gone for a ride.
You mean Banyra?
Banyra, sorry!
It's
I was so confused. Like, Mara probably wouldn't go anywhere near Enoth.
Yeah. Everyone is terrified of Enoth. Banyra is the only person who feeds her because everyone is so scared.
Banyra tamed this bitch. Okay, she is no fear.
The sleeping with the eyes open is what gets most of the servants, though.
I feel like when Enoth is sleeping, sometimes Banyra will just go like, and make a bunch of stupid faces in front of her until she wakes up.
Yeah, every servant who has ever watched this is like shitting their pants.
Shit pants.
Banyra pulls in with a giant ass scar along the entire side of her body, permanently, like, unable to, like, move a certain amount for a certain amount of time, and is still, like, shitting around with his dragon. Just balls of steel.
Yeah, Banyra iron balls. So yeah, Aramera, you watch Banyra leave if there's any interaction you want to have there.
1 second. My mom is calling me.
Oh,
I'll be right back.
So I will say, well, I hope that Olly can come back in a short moment.
we can backtrack if
we can
you want to
backtrack it.
continue
So
this.
you get to where Bara is at the pond.
Because Banyra and Enoth are very extravagant, I feel like they would do some dragon dancing in the sky and then land like slightly in the water just to scare the shit out of both of them.
Please roll me an agility check.
It's
For the
so
dragon?
bold of you to assume that Mara would notice this.
Exactly. This is so please roll an agility check for Banyra, not for Enoth.
Why?
Mara has such a low awareness skill, so she's never paying attention to it. Because at this point she's like reading. She would
wait,
like no.
Wait,
Mara would be graduated by
Why
now.
do I need to roll an agility?
If you want to scare Mara, you have to.
No, because dragon dancing is a
hard.
human skill, where you do. Dragons are huge animals, like a regular, like a horse, right? A horse can't do the thing where you stand up on the back of a horse, right? That's not the horse's skill.
I thought
That's
dragon dancing was
skill.
when they just like do 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 do.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
But you have to have agility to make sure you're getting a dragon when it does.
Well, then I'm not doing dragon dancing just yet. She's just gonna make a big scene and then splash in the water, like a bit close to Mara, hoping that the landing will get Mara like soaked or something.
Yeah, so if you want Enoth to do a trick, you can roll agility for Enoth.
I will do that.
Also, can I say that if she wants to get Mara soaked, she has to roll for that.
Yeah.
I don't get to decide that for me.
I'm trying to get Mara up soaking wet.
You can roll an awareness, but you will definitely be aware of when you get wet.
So, what dice do I roll?
That for Enoth, let me go to your character corner. Enoth, this is agility.
So that's 4.
It's 4d6, and this is sky dancing, so 1 bonus die.
Is 1 bonus die on also a d6?
Yes.
Mara rolled a 5 on awareness.
Wow.
That's an 18.
Yeah, you do some epic tricks. Mara is fully unable to notice them. Enoth does like a really sick one of like doing a full backflip where she like touches her nose to the tip of her tail, like makes a full circle in midair, and then like, flies upside down. It's very cool. Very exciting. Yeah, Mara doesn't notice any of it at all until you make the killer landing right next to her in the creek and splash a bunch of water onto Mara and her extending areas. And Enoth forms a full barricade in this river. This is a beaver dam right now. You have upset the ecosystem.
Bandra's just like probably like sitting on the saddle, like just like staring down with the smuggest grin before like sliding off. Good morning.
Ruined my book.
Well, I'm sorry we can see another one. Sorry, I didn't really notice you were reading. Can't see much from that high, honestly.
Oh, I didn't even notice you landed, so...
How's the dragon doing?
Morning. He's good. I don't know, it's just... he's been eating and eating, but he's just something. He's not getting any larger, and I'm not.
Maybe he's a
sure
runt.
why.
Maybe he's gonna be like that forever.
I don't know.
Can she like
I don't
find the
care what he
dragon
looks
and like kneel down to him and like just like pet him?
Yeah, so Enoth has like, while all of the water is like straining against their massive form, Enoth has opened her mouth and just tried to like catch the fish by the fact that the current is drawing them towards it.
Fair.
Like a hungry hippo, just mouth wide open. And Phil just like gets on top of her nose like a frog on top of another frog. And is also trying to get the fish before they enter her mouth.
Can I please make a request that Phil and Enoth are friends?
Enoth is friends with no one. Enoth is just as a bitch as Banyra is.
Just imagine how funny it would be. The most giant dragon there is, friends with a literal lizard.
I think it's like that spider-frog symbiotic relationship where it's just like, they're buds, but it's in a very chill way. Like, in a very, like, you don't bother me, I don't bother you, you help me out sometimes, I help you out sometimes.
It's the symbiotic relationship of, like, the parasite fish on sharks.
Yes, moray fish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you call Phil over to you, and he like swims towards you with that adorable little lizard swim, and you give him some pets.
I've never met a dragon as ugly and as adorable as yours. Truly, he's like a deformed dragon, but he's adorable. I adore it.
You know, it's really, he has such a quality for just being like a giant puppy but in lizard form.
He looks like a deformed pig.
Yes, it's like he should be. And she like covers his ears for a moment. He should be quite useless for how small he is. But it's like his cuteness makes up for it. Everybody
I
just
don't
lets
think
him
it
get away.
does. But if that's what makes you feel better, I'm performing today. If you would like to see.
Oh, really? I'm
My
also
mother was
performing
even
today.
excited about it. She sat me down at the table and she was like, "You are going to do a very good job today." And I was like, "Oh my god." Maybe even my father will be there. Maybe both of them will be there. So I have to win this, and if I don't win this, I'm a failure.
Is
That's what I'm
Banyra
meaning.
aware? Is Banyra aware that Mara is also participating in this tournament?
No.
Is
Not at all.
Banyra or Fro aware that Mara was literally saying that when you cut her off and continued your tangent?
I was aware. Banyra was not.
That was the most in-character moment.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Andy, are you okay?
No.
Back pain?
I was gonna try and get my hair out of my face with my head sock, but then I realized that I can't lift up my head.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, no, we're
Okay.
good.
Well,
It's done.
Anyways, how have you been studying and reading your books?
Well, at this point, Mara would have graduated.
No.
She's been in. Okay, how long does this Valyrian university last?
You don't, like. This is not. You don't really graduate. Like, this is university pre. Like, if you stop, you can stop whenever. Like, there's no diploma or graduating date. Like, that stuff was invented in the 1800s, and, like, chronologically,
So she's just going.
not there yet. Yeah. Like, unless you
She
want to
has
say that she stopped going at some point.
No, I think she would probably actually go more to, like, be out
Yeah.
of the house more.
Yeah.
School is going fine, studying is going fine. I've just kind of been, you know, taking as many classes as I can.
That sounds
trying
awfully
to-
boring.
It's not really. I enjoy it. I'm trying to broaden my academic horizons.
Have you even ever ridden a dragon before? I mean, you can't ride your own, so have you ever ride like mother or fathers?
No.
Would you like to? I can take you on a ride to the arena. I promise there's plenty of room on my saddle. She won't drop you, and unless you purposely slip off, which I doubt you will, she can hold your little pet in her mouth. I promise she won't eat him.
Sure. We can do that. Are you going to come to my archery tournament?
They're the same thing.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
Is she actually going to come and watch?
They're like, this is in the same area, like directly after each other.
Okay, but like, is she going to stick around?
If I'm not busy fighting someone, of course. Mother might pull me aside, or I might get into an argument with a politician over something, but if I can't, I will.
Okay. Yeah, I will accept a ride. What do I do exactly?
What do you mean?
Like, how does one ride a dragon?
Oh dear Maya, bless me. So, you climb up the dragon, and then there's a saddle on the top, and you sit on it, right? So you have to take a very comfortable seat, and then you hold on tightly, or loosely if you want to, like, I don't know, do whatever, and then the dragon flies, and brings you to where you want it to go. Does that make sense?
I understand you're being patronizing right now, but yes, it makes sense. Thank you.
I'm not... Yeah, maybe I am. Anyways, if you have any more questions on how to ride a dragon, it's like riding any other animal. You just don't fall off. Alright? Can you manage that?
I think I can manage that.
Great, then let's go.
I think Mara's one of those people who has never ridden a horse before.
That was, if you saw the face, that was my executive decision that up to this moment in time, Mara grew up on a boat.
Yeah. That you don't ride.
She
like
doesn't ride things.
The closest thing that Mara has ever done to riding any animal is that one time when you were a really little kid, you sat on the back of a tortoise while it walked around.
She's gonna like run over to Enoth and be like, Enoth, I think it's time to go, and we'll be having a guest on board.
Hello, Enoth.
Don't make direct eye contact with her, she'll eat you.
Okay.
Yeah, Enoth is like looking straight forward, mouth still open, like, and when you say it's time to go, she like shuts it, and then there's like one moving fishtail like out of her lip.
Well, she probably like. I feel like. How does Banyra get up her dragon since it's so big? She just like Enoth like extend a wing and she just climbs up it.
I
the
think
ladder.
Yeah, like honestly, I think dragon riding is such a refined art that your saddle probably has like seatbelt ladder. Like you probably got some sort of mechanism that allows you to climb if you're not just going up the wing.
Okay, so yeah. Well, she goes up that. She sits in the back so she can hold Mara in the front because she does not trust Mara to not fall off.
Yeah,
you like tie Mara in.
Question is like for the armor, because she has like her leather armor. Is Don't ask why we just randomly go Irish. Is she wearing like pants?
Yeah.
Like, would this be?
We could say she's wearing pants right now for convenience.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like
how would leather armor work in a dress?
Well, no, because I feel like it because she is so big, because Enoth is so like wide and stuff that even if you were to not wear, like, you can't put your legs over the side of her. Like, it's not like you're kind of just like sitting down crisscross pretty much, or like sitting on your knees. It's like riding an
Yeah,
elephant.
But leather armor, like, you could just, we can say for, you know, flavor again, that the, like, leather armor is just, like, breastplate, arm plating, and, like, some plating over the hips and waist, and just no, like, shin guards, right? Like, you know, you don't, on a dress, that can still, like, work.
Okay, so her skirt is huge.
Oh.
Also,
Allie sent us a drawing.
I know, Allie, it's amazing. I don't think Allie is watching, but Allie, it's amazing.
We love you, Allie. Can't wait to hurt your character. Love you, Allie.
You're stealing that from me too. First it's bestie kisses, now it's this. What's next?
I know. This is cultural appropriation. I'm
Yeah, you're
appropriating your
appropriating my
culture.
white people culture.
I love it. This is payback.
No comment. As a white person, I'm not allowed to talk about this anymore.
Your comment limit has been tapped out.
Oh my god. I'm literally crying. There's tears in my eyes.
Fuck both of you.
Continuing on.
I'm sorry. I do copy your mannerisms all the time.
It's fine. I love it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If it makes you uncomfortable, just tell me to stop.
No, why would it make you uncomfortable? Just means I'm so much more cooler.
I have no idea. I have no idea, bestie kiss. Yeah, so you guys hop on the dragon, and are you guys going directly to the stadium, or are you going to try and go back home first?
I mean, Banyra has everything she needs, like, literally, because I imagine it's, like, a leather, like, really thick, like, saddle, and I imagine there's, like, storage in the back, like a little, like, something if she could, like, close it. Like, I feel like there's, like, might be a small chest, like, attached to the thing that she can just, like, throw shit in if she wants. So I feel like that's where she's putting Phil right now. She just shoved him in the chest. And it's just, like...
He can fly! Like...
He can fly?
He's a dragon. Yeah!
I thought he was too, like...
Stunted.
Fat. He was a pudgy little dragon with the tiniest little wings.
No. He's
at this point, his wings have grown by now. Like,
yeah, he's
like the last time we were here, his wings could not carry himself. But like at this point, he can fly himself.
All right.
Yeah, he can fly.
Well, he's just like.
Now
Phil?
I'm gonna be honest. He probably could not keep up with Enoch.
Oh, absolutely not.
So
yeah,
like
so
maybe he would just sit with them.
Yeah, so you get him in the bag. Dragon sound. And you get him in the bag. And so you're gonna get going?
Yeah. And I straight
Mara has all of her stuff with her at all times.
Okay. So do we want to retcon Olly, are you here?
Olly?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hello, Olly.
Okay.
Hello.
So do you want to retcon and say that we had a interaction between Banyra and Aramera in the stable, or do we want to just save that for when we all get to the stadium?
Probably
I'm fine with
save
either
it
or.
for me.
If they did interact, Banyra would have been a bitch.
Yeah, I feel like both, like, Aramera, just because Banyra's bitchy, would probably be bitchy back.
Okay, so we'll save it for the stadium.
Yeah.
So, ta-da! We finally get to the thing that I've been planning. So.
Also, we have 1 hour and 30 minutes of time remaining.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I'll try to make this quick.
That's 1 hour and 30 minutes.
So I'm so sorry if you could hear me eating. I thought I hit mute and it didn't work.
Oh, we did not. We can't hear any eating noises.
Awesome. Okay.
So let me scroll back up to my notes that I was looking at before. Okay, so you arrive at the Colosseum, And at the very top row, there is where the senators sit. So the magister, the grand magister, the great magister, or, the head of them, is one of the only magisters who remains. They're all unmasked, but he's the only one who is named. And I'm not going to tell you his name because it doesn't really.
How dare you trigger me
canonically,
with unmasked?
He's the one that people really know very well, and he's this very old man. But in Valyria, magic keeps everybody very young looking. So he has this, tightened, youthful looking skin, but you can still tell that he's, has these sunken eyes and crow's feet and stuff. And he wears this very long, luxurious red robe with different beads and rings around his sleeves and belt. And the other magisters sit behind him. And there's technically supposed to be 40. One for each family. Not that they are aligned with each family, but there do seem to be less of them than there should be. But the senators, there are the even number, even if some of them are younger, showing that there are some fathers who have taken their sons' places, or daughters, or vice versa. And then there are the, other high seats for families of senators, families of magisters, and below them the standing seats for the rest of the populace. At the bottom, there's a little flat circle for all of the, sort of acts who will be running on the ground or, dancing or doing what have you. I'll say that the opening ceremonies are a mix of, I'll just say, first, you all arrive in your family's designated area. The Caleros area of this Coliseum, a little bit like a box at a modern stadium, except no, it's not really a room. It's more just some walls that separate your seats from other people's seats. And your mother sits in the High Senator seat, and your father is also present, as Maesa's seat remains empty.
Banyra sees that her dad's here, and she just lights up. She's just she's just gonna be we have to be extra good today, or else I will never leave my room ever again.
Mara rolls both of her eyes at both of them.
Yeah, your father looks super on edge today.
Has Dad been looking more sensitive recently?
Yeah, he does. He's very tense.
He's never like that. I wonder if something happened. I mean, I know senators have been showing up dead, but Martha doesn't seem to care, so I don't know why she should. We're one of the most protected people, so...
Aramera, you are present. Yes.
Yes. She really could not give less of a flying fuck about either of the parents. She only pays attention to the fact that Maesa's chair is empty. Because she doesn't know where she is. The last time they talked to each other was I can't remember.
And canon, you can't remember. There. You don't have to come up with one if canon you can't remember.
You. Canon, I can't remember. Let's go.
I can't believe it's not butter.
Oh. Oops, all trauma.
Oops, Ultron. So, yeah, you looked at Mesa's empty seat, and you see in the box, as you like look towards it, you see in the box next to you the Steelskin family, who have now taken the place of. I'm sorry, let me check my notes for the last name. Bonk, 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 bonk. Shit, I didn't write it down. I forgot.
Nice going.
Nice going, me.
You're welcome, you.
Galahadres. I remembered it. I didn't need to write it down. The now taking the place of the Galahadres family. You see, the parents, Gorte and Ashiri, and the children, of which there are many, but the one that you do notice is Nabra, who is, as you know, in a little bit of an entanglement with Maesa, who is present today, even though Maesa is not.
She's probably gonna make a mental note to talk to Nadra later. Seeing if she knows.
Nabra, not Nadra.
Sorry. I get hearing dyslexia.
It's okay.
Yay.
We love an audio processing disorder in this chat.
Living. But yeah, she kind of makes a mental note, seeing if she knows anything. Because has Aramera seen Maesa in a little bit, or is she gone?
Yes. I think she's been like around the house. Maesa has always been one to be sneaky. So like, but you guys are twins. You guys are close. You know that she's been around recently, like in the last couple weeks at least.
Sorry, my internet just shut down.
No prob.
Okay, there we go. Okay, it's fine. I'm on cellular data now. So, since she's seen Maesa, yeah, never mind. But,
Okay.
yeah, cool.
So you take your seat, and the opening ceremonies happen. There's some fire dancing, some cool stuff, and there's a little play out the hero Azora High. Azora High is this very like prolific fairy tale of in the lands of always summer. It's not as prominent, so this is more of like a showcasing things from the north. Ooh. But it's basically this fairy tale of like this prophesized hero for when the night comes, or the long night, being like a long winter season. There will be a great hero with a flaming sword who will break the dawn. And there's in this play, there's these two mummer magicians who three mummer magicians who act as dragons, right? Representing the icy cold. And Banyra, you remember from your dream that you watched this sort of like ethereal red dragon with like smoke coming off of it. And you notice that these mummer dragons look the same. So they're like, constructs made out of like magic and stuff, where they're not actually dragons. They're just tricks of the light, things that these dancers are using to represent the story of, Azora High slaying the winter, when, in actuality it's just three people dancing around in the middle of this coliseum.
You're talking of the dream that I had like 5 years ago, right?
Yes.
Okay. Would it have become a reoccurring dream?
A little bit, yes.
Okay.
This would be a memorable dream. I feel like I've had dreams from like 5 or 6 years ago that I still remember.
True. She's kind of like, huh.
So yeah, these are like, this little mummers play, and you see Azora High, is this male dancer with this like big sword. It's covered in fire, super cool. And he cuts off the heads of these like, fake light dragons. And they're constructs, so it's not really a super violent thing. There's some red ribbons thrown out to symbolize blood, but it's not, it's cool entertainment for sure. Not very violent. And the first event that we go into after this sort of inauguration dance thing, after the magister sort of like stands up and then sits down again, it's like symbolizing everything starting, is the dragon dancing. So there, as all these things have begun to set in motion, all of the dragons have started circling the top of the stadium, and you see there are 3 people competing this year. One is this white-haired boy, like stark white with these like icy blue eyes, and a little bit of armor on, and he's got beautiful blue dragon. And then a girl with some blonde hair that's dyed in a that's like clearly dyed from what you can see being close up to it, because it's dyed with limestone, which tends to make your hair very stiff, and so she has this stiff white braid coming off the end of her head, and she's very tan. And those are and she is a red dragon. So those are your competitors here. And so you guys head before we get started on the rolling. Is there any interaction that Mara and Aramera want to have before you guys like watch this shit go down?
Whatever Hales wants to do, honestly.
And what do you mean, like, is there an interaction you think we should have?
I'm just saying, like, your sister's about to compete in this big thing, like,
like, Mara definitely would have been, like, try to give, like, good luck and stuff to Banyra before she headed down.
Yeah. That
like,
condolence, has been given. But I just mean, like, is there anything you'd want to say to, like, Aramera's, like, I feel like I've been giving you hints that this event is maybe a little bit sus, and you guys are the people who know each other pretty well, so I want to make sure, is there anything you guys want to talk to each other about
Are
before
we
this
still in our family's box? I feel like,
yes.
Can she leave? Like, does she have to
Yes.
sit in this family box?
You can leave.
Oh, then 100% Mara's leaving. Like, she'll go down and like sit in the closest that she can to like watch Banyra compete, but like she doesn't want to be sitting in the same box with her dad and stepmom.
Okay. Yeah, you do that.
Is there
Saya
anything?
here?
What?
Is Saya here?
Yes, but also what was Olly saying?
Is there anything that any of us can like suss out about the tournament? Like how weird it is?
Roll awareness.
Okay.
Sure.
I think sorry, I'm on my phone, so it takes me a minute to get
Here,
between.
I can get it for you if you want.
It's
I
okay.
got a 9.
Ooh, a 9.
That's high because I have a low awareness.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, hold on. And it's how X amount of D6?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, not okay. Sorry. 10.
Okay, a 9 and a 10. I'll say that you guys together have done this. So the the less amount of magisters is something that is like definitely sus. You know, that's definitely like a spooky thing. And that they are mostly unguarded. Like there's only a couple guards in their general area, and as well that yeah, I think them being mostly unguarded is like probably the biggest outlier here. And what else is suspicious? Yeah, the thing I also told you in the beginning, I'll restate. This a lot of the senators who are like sitting in the senator's seat, like if you look around, are young. And when I say young, I mean like Banyra's age to Mara's age, like children, like people replacing their deceased parents. And so it's not like this is so that's like pretty sus in itself. And I guess another thing, I'll say, because you got a 10, I'll put this in here as well. The mummers in the first part of the show are not famous, which is kind of a red flag because, you know, you'd obviously want to hire the most extravagant mummers to begin your show, and these are people whose faces you don't necessarily recognize.
Okay.
Okay, because can I assume that Aramera followed Mara when she left the box?
Yeah,
Mhm.
she's probably... Yeah.
Okay, so then, like, whenever they get to wherever, like, they stop to, like, watch the show, I feel like Mara's gonna, like, kind of look around a little bit and go, have you noticed that there's less magistrators than there usually is?
Aramera, like, makes sure that there's no one behind them, and she nods and replies, You're not guarded either.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yes.
Bro, what are you saying?
We love the accent. We're just cheering for it.
Oh, yes. I love
Scottish.
the accent.
I finally decided to give her the good shit. Okay, continue.
Commit. Yes. So yeah,
It's
they're not guarded either.
no, it's weird. Don't like it.
It is very weird. And also, all of the senators are young. Like, some are younger than I am. I know there's been a lot of disappearances and deaths, but I don't know, something about seeing all of them together for the first time. Didn't realize how many there were.
I just broke my glass.
Oh, are you okay? Make sure there's no glass. Like, how did you break? Is there glass in your mouth?
Oh my god, not again! Not again!
How many times? How many times has it
How
been?
many times? Fro, open your mouth. Are you bleeding?
Wash your mouth, or like
You better work.
you should probably see if like swish some water around in your mouth and spit it out.
Yeah, maybe swish some like
Continue
water or
without
milk
me.
around.
I can't find the piece of the glass that broke.
Let's hope it didn't go down the gullet. Let's hope it's outside of your mouth. You better work. So yeah, the senators are all super young. That's bad.
Is there like a room where fighters prepare?
Yes, this is like, yeah, if you climb down to there's like an area. Yes, there's like a backstage area, a locker room, if you will.
Okay. She I think Aramera is gonna like try to find out if she can get like any info off of the other people fighting in the tourney.
Yeah,
like-
so you are like talking to the other people fighting in the tourney, and there are like where in the shit did I write this shit down?
Where in the shit did you write the shit?
Where did I write this shit down? I feel so stupid because I wrote down a bunch of names of NPCs and then I proceeded to not remember where I put them.
Also, side question.
Mm-hmm.
Are my boys Amar and Kraz here?
Yeah, Amar is who I'm thinking of. I wrote his name down and I can't remember where I put his character sheet. Amar is here. Kraz is participating in the Kraz is participating in the Dothraki show. He's like part of the like crew that does it. They're not real Dothraki. Most of them are people who have been living in Valyria stationary for multiple generations, but look Dothraki enough to be, orientalized in this sort of manner.
Gotcha.
But, it's still like a show of skill. It's just kind of like it's what we would now consider something that's like more lowbrow.
Cool.
And Amar is participating in the dragon show. So he's not backstage. He's like up in the air right now.
You mentioned him and I like remembered the dragon description, so I was like, is that my boy?
It is your boy. It is your boy Amar.
Cool.
So yeah, Kraz is back here.
Swag. Okay.
Oh, I should actually mark down what his thing is right now.
Is there any like is the word substantial?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any substantial like information or like any what is it? Anything else? Any like any information or things that other people in the tourney have noticed that are weird?
You can ask Kraz some questions, and he might tell you.
Let's go ask Kraz some questions.
Go asking Kraz questions. So yeah, reintroducing the viewers to Kraz. Kraz is a young Dothraki boy. He's got a little bit of a braid going, and you catch up to him, and he's sharpening his arak, which is the sword that they use. It's a very like cool looking, very similar to a sickle, and yeah, he's just sitting there. He's wearing like this is not traditional Dothraki clothing. This is what they wear for the show. He's wearing long beaded leggings and no shirt and one shoulder pad. This is my fuck you to George R. R.
As it should be. Let's go.
Yeah, he's wearing 2 belts around his top and like little football shoulder pads. Yeah, very very lovely. Yeah, what's good?
You notice anything weird about all of this? Anything?
Actually, kind of yes. I mean, the like crew, I know most of the guys in like the group that we do for like the horse dance and stuff, but we had like 15 new recruits last month. It was wild. They're good too. Like I think they've actually been like on the real road and stuff. Like actually like traveling and doing horse tricks or whatever they do. But like, I mean, they're like, I mean, like 15 new guys at once? Like, that's like a lot of guys, you know? And I don't know them personally because, we don't meet that often, I guess. But like, I don't know. It's pretty weird to me. They keep to themselves and stuff too.
What's the name of the big guys who aren't guarded and there are less of? I forget the name.
Magisters.
Magisters. I was
Bro?
confusing that with maesters.
I have a question.
Yeah, no, different.
I have a question.
Yes.
Since there's an ability I have never used before, can I swap it out with another ability real quick before it starts, since I haven't actually used either or?
Sure.
Also, I had to spit out a bunch of glass.
Bestie!
Oh no, bestie.
Are you okay now?
Yeah, it was just glass. It's not like I haven't eaten it before.
Just glass.
Bestie. So
I worry about you sometimes, Fro.
So yes, that's what you get out of Kraz.
Okay. I don't know. She doesn't want a lot of people to hear what she's about to say, so she kind of like lowers her voice and gets a little bit nearer to Kraz. There's less maesters, and there's no people with them. That's weird.
I know. I was talking to Amar about it actually, because his brother was one of the guards. And Kraz leans in to whisper as well. I think they're going missing or something. They only hire from the great families and stuff, but the great families don't have as many children to give now.
Does Aramera know about the people that are going missing?
Give me a cunning roll.
Okay.
And you don't have a specialty in memory, right?
Do not.
Okay, so no bonus die for you.
Also, didn't Mara just mention the people going missing?
We all know about the people going missing. I assume that Aramera is referring to specifically, like, knowing who they are.
Yeah, okay. Hold on. Oh, I copied the wrong thing.
I guess I'm past there after this.
11.
Okay, yeah. You definitely knew Amar's older brother who was, like, involved in the sort of, like, the guards of this city are, like, more, like, similar to police, except for higher. So, like, the magisters and stuff have, like, a specific set of, like, city guards that they employ. And the guys who have gone missing, like, some of them are guys who you've like trained with. And there's the specific trend, if there was one, is that it's families of like medium rank.
Right.
Like, not the necessarily like highest ranking of the families, but within the 40 families of the Valyrian Freehold, like, the guys who aren't noticeable, right? Who wouldn't be missed as much as the more famous ones have been going missing.
Right. Okay. Like when Kraz says something about people going missing, her expression stays the same. Like she knows this is happening, and she kind of like you're not wrong, actually. You're very right.
I got glass in my knuckle.
No! Please take care of
I mean, I just pulled it out, but it was like,
okay, are you good?
I ate glass. What
That
do you think?
that
Oh,
does
no.
that I'm sorry. Get yourself some Neosporin, bestie.
Every time somebody says Neosporin, I instantly think of that movie about
No.
that horror movie in Disney World where they call Neosporin geosporic.
God, I hate that.
Yeah, it's just a strange factoid.
Loving
Um,
it.
So yeah, you acknowledge those things together, and Krez goes, "Yeah, show must go on, but I mean, I would keep my guard up if I was you."
Yeah, like at this point, like multiple alarm bells and red flags are like just going crazy, going stupid. Like uh, she's usually a very like Aramera is usually pretty calm or pretty not level-headed, composed. That's the
Mhm.
word. And this is like making her somewhat nervous. Like obviously the pieces aren't all there,
Mhm.
but it's starting to make a little more sense. So can she go find Mara?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what she's doing. Cool.
And you also see, I'll say, you may not fully recognize her. No, you and Mara are kind of closer now, so I assume you know what Saya looks like. Saya is down here.
Okay.
I like that you automatically assumed that was where Mara was.
What?
That Mara was with Saya.
Oh no, I didn't.
Oh.
She is in the training area, like with the rest of the people who are getting ready to fight.
Saya's fighting?
Yes.
Okay, well, I was gonna say that Mara is with Saya.
Do you think you went down to find her, or like, yeah? Did you go down to find her, or did you
Yeah.
like look to where she? Yeah. So you find her, and she has been doing little scraps and stuff with people at school, which is not exactly. She's not the most popular with your classmates.
Well, neither of us are.
Yeah, but she's been getting into little scraps and stuff and practicing magic, and and she's going to be in this sort of magic category of fighters. And so she has this really big, impressive woven whip. And no. And she's wearing this sort of like loose fitting like purple jumpsuit that sort of matches the whip. And her hair's like up in some really cool shaped buns.
Mhm.
And she's still got the earrings on, even though it is unsafe.
You need a sparring partner?
She's 20. She's 20 and you're 60.
I mean, it's not like it hasn't happened before. She needs a sparring partner? I'll make a new character.
No.
I'll make a new character.
Leave Saya
make a
alone.
backup. Make a backup for when your character dies, okay?
Yeah.
Bro is just coming after everyone's bitch.
Everyone's bitch today. So yeah, you catch up with Mara and Saya. Hey, Aramera. Is that apt?
Oh, wait,
Olly?
sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
My TV volume was up, so I didn't want to like have you guys hear a commercial about. Oh, ironically enough, is if you or your loved one has had mesothelioma, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
If your loved one has eaten glass on stream, you might be entitled to financial compensation.
Fucking
Yo.
die.
Dang. Cash, it's okay. But yeah, she definitely approaches Mara because she's kind of like nervous at this point. Cash, please. Apparently, more people have been going missing than or at least than I realized before. This is not good.
Mara's gonna seem like a little bit stricken by this, and she's gonna kind of look helplessly at Saya and be like, "Have you heard anything about any of this?"
Of course. I mean, like, half of my entire class is like up in arms about it. They think like the foreigners or something have caused it. Like, I mean,
Classmates are
parents,
stupid.
siblings, classmates. I think we even had like an upper guy in our year who I can't remember. His younger brother was telling me about it. I think I've seen him in class a couple times, but he went missing after somebody allegedly, or somebody told me that he was going to be a magister. Sorry.
Very wrong going on here.
It's you're correct. The more this is described to me by you two, I think that this might be a very dangerous situation for all of us.
Also, we have an hour left.
You mean like dangerous in general, or dangerous as in like now? This tournament dangerous?
Well, definitely doesn't sit right with me.
Me either, to be quite honest.
Do you think we should do something? Like, should we leave? Should we warn people? Right? What do we do?
Warn them how? Anyway, who's going to believe
No.
us?
I don't know.
I think we just put our heads down, and if something happens, we attempt to unhappen it in its moment. Or not.
We obviously can't leave. I mean, at least for us, our sibling. Why is my accent going? We who
No,
funk.
it's perfect. It's honestly,
Your
it's honestly
accent is
really
amazing.
well. It's like, as somebody who does tragic accents on a daily basis, this is pretty good.
Okay.
My accent, less so.
Yeah, cool. All right, let's go. Our sibling is still doing the dragon dancing.
She'll never leave with us.
No,
Even if something was wrong.
Of course not. And my friends are here too, and your people who are obviously dear to you are here. We can't obviously we can't leave. Plus, both Saya and I have events to do.
Yes, of course. Mara has an event to do.
Oh wait, yeah. Aramera's just kind of stupid.
No, I think we all forgot Mara was participating.
Lest we forget
Mara
that
did not.
she's not packing in the intelligence department.
Yeah.
Mara's used to being the overlooked child. It's fine.
Well,
Squeak noise.
Red.
Okay, then I guess we'll just keep our heads down and try and keep a lookout for anything that goes wrong.
Guess so. I mean, if worst comes to worst, we have sharp, pointy objects, and you have magic. So I think the three of us will be just fine.
Aramera, have you noticed that our father seems a little bit tense today? Even Banyra mentioned it to me. He
Now that-
seems
Now
aware of
that
something.
now that you mention it, I mean, usually has a stick shoved up his ass, but today especially, do you think some of this? Do you think he has a hand in this?
I've been
I think he does.
research-
I
I-
think he has a hand in it.
I think. Let's go.
Saya has been, for a little backstory that we missed in the VOD that got deleted. Saya has been suspicious of our father since the very first day Mara mentioned him.
Good. Also, quick side note, because I'm like waving my hands around in excess, my Apple Watch just gave me the notification that my move goal has been achieved. Because I'm waving my arms around. Okay. Okay, continue.
Yeah, I just received some mail. My grandmother delivered it to me in my room.
Nice.
It's all going great.
That's what all my hand motion was about. And then when I slapped my hand because I realized I briefly showed my full shipping label on stream. We'll need to edit a little clip out. Thank God I won't be living here for very much longer.
Funky fresh VODs, I guess.
Okay, so I think Mara's gonna like look at Saya and be like, I think I'm gonna keep an eye on him today. Something just, I don't know what's going on, but he and her, I feel like they have something to do with it.
They always have something to do with everything.
I mean, it's our asshole whore of a father. Really wouldn't be surprised at this point.
I mean, I would of course never be surprised. The more I learn about blood magic, the more I suspect him of, I don't know, keeping a hoard of corpses in his basement or something.
Also, wouldn't be surprised about that. And to kind of like,
Cinematic parallels.
yeah.
What did I say? Cinematic parallels.
At this point, like, she doesn't want to intrude on their conversation, so Aramera kind of just like steps back, and I assume the big giant sword is somewhere in this room.
Yeah, I assume you had it. I assumed you had it with you.
Oh, yeah. That also works.
I feel like at this point we should go to Banyra's fighting thing now because I feel a little bad for taking so much time for Pro.
Yeah, you guys get out into the foot seats, and okay, it is time. So the dragons descend, and I'll say Banyra, you go first. And you will need to roll for me 1 animal handling check.
Got it.
1 agility check.
Got it.
And 1 agility check for Enoth.
Got it.
And then 1 persuasion for either of you. Whoever has better persuasion. Yeah, because it's showmanship.
Okay, I got that.
Okay. Open.
So, for agility, is it for dragon dancing?
Yes.
Okay. Pog fuck. Pogchamp moment. I'm such a pogchamp. 1, 2, 3.
Paint. Face. Paint of face. Face of paint.
Why do I have 7 notifications? If it's from the same person, I think I might lose it. That's a 21.
What if this was my 13th reason?
Why?
No, you just said I might lose it, and I was like,
No.
Also, I'm so sorry I muddied up the audio with my because I'm so excited because my Maesa Paradise paint just came in the mail.
That's a 21 for agility.
Ooh, baby. For you or for Enoth?
For me. Do I have to roll for Enoth?
Yes. You have to roll. And what did you roll for your animal handling?
Oh, I'll roll one for animal handling right now. So that's a fucky wucky. Is ride a part of that?
Yes. You are riding a dragon.
I'm going a little evil.
I'm so excited. I was so depressed yesterday. How could I ever be depressed now? My depression is cured. Look at this.
Wait.
I think I'm gonna get like the white
12.
stick paint so I can do clown looks.
25.
So 25 for your animal handling,
Yes.
and you are rolling d6s, correct? Not
Yes.
d20s. Okay.
I just have.
God damn.
I put my bonuses in like things that Banyra's. Oh fuck! Supposed to be good at. Can I just
God
say?
Damn you!
I hit
US.
when I broke the back of that cup. It hit the top of my mouth, and it hurts. I think I scraped it. So now I'm rolling for Enoth, correct?
Yes.
That bitch is Enoth. If she was a woman, I would marry her. What are we doing for Enoth?
Enoch is rolling a not an animal handling, an agility.
And agility, is that sky dancing, speed, or contortions?
It is sky dancing, and you can get a bonus die because you did so good on your animal handling check. 20 is a heroic accomplishment in this game, so you have surpassed.
So a bonus die?
Yes, you get a bonus die, an extra bonus die. Also, I should add, you have to minus your lowest die for your bonus die.
Oh, alrighty. Wait, what does that mean?
You don't, add that to your test die.
Okay, so the bonus die...
If you roll 4d6 and then you have one bonus die, if you rolled a 1, for example, you eliminate that roll when you have a bonus die.
Swag. Okay, I need my friend to stop texting me about the fucking Amori game they're playing right now. Okay, so that's 4 plus a bonus die, so that's 6. So that's a 3, a 4, a 1, a 6, a 6, a 6.
So you take off the 1.
Okay. So that's a 25. By taking off the 1.
So you do the best dragon dancing performance that theoretically you could ever do. This is... Y'all be rolling some funky wonky shit, and you describe to me, can you say any of the tricks that you think Banyra is doing, or do you want me to say them?
I do think I know. So are they allowed to have tethers that keep them a certain distance away? I would imagine that Banyra and Enoth had practiced a trick where Enoth spins and then their wings fold around herself for a second, and then she shoots off upside down, and while she's upside down, Banyra uses the tether and slips from the slips from her dragon and almost does like a silk like dance technique, and she just spins in the air and like lands outside, and then her dragon like sweeps back up and sweeps her back on like perfectly. So she spins, she lands, and then she's immediately swooped back up by a dragon. It's a lot of like.
So, yeah, to furious applause, you all in the like standing seats watch as like Banyra, this tiny little lady,
Hey, fuck you.
is mounted on this huge dragon, one of the biggest dragons in the running, and it's just doing the most like slick and elegant flips, flying backwards, upside down. It's like golden glimmer coats its body. I mean, there's like this immense majesty to the entire experience of it. Like, this is the best dragon dancing anyone's ever seen. This is great. This is amazing. We're all astounded.
I'm gonna roll shit for the next 3 weeks, and that's okay. I'm using all of.
And that's okay. Yeah, don't use your good rolls in the survival horror chapter. Use it out. Can't wait to watch Banyra die next week.
Oh no.
I'm just joking. Who knows? Fro's luck could carry them through that session
I'm
as well.
so fucking lucky with dice.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
Yeah. Except for Eleanor. Eleanor is very unlucky. Eleanor's racking up a lot of experience points. So yes, you literally, like, Mara and Aramera, you are shocked and awed. Like, this is amazing.
She is totally in sync with her dragon. They, like, their brain cells, like, fuse together. They are one person right now.
I'm so excited about all this paint I just got. It smells amazing. It's beautiful. I'm gonna look so cool. So yeah, is there any interaction you guys have after that? Because that's pretty fucking shocking. Like, y'all knew, like, Banyra spent a lot of time with her dragon. Y'all did not know this.
Mara's gonna get very emotionally supportive parent for a second, and she's going to run up and literally, without asking permission, pick Banyra up and spin her around and then place her back down again, while squealing about how proud of her she is.
You didn't have to do that. She's not even like unhooked. Like, she's not even fully unhooked from the tether yet. She gets spins around, so it wraps around both of them. She has to unwrap herself and then unhook it. She's like, thanks, I guess. I don't really know.
Aramera kind of just like, you know, like the quiet parent nod of approval. That.
Bonner's not phased by it. She's like, well, anyways, we have to sit back down to see what the other performers do.
You see that, your mother and father are clapping for you.
Do you see that? Enoth, do you see that? My parents are clapping for me. Look at them. My father's clapping for me. And she's like holding like right next to Enoth's eye, and it's just like, do you see that?
Enoth can't turn their eyes. Enoth is one of those, like, dragons similar to like lizards or owls. Like, most of them, not all, most of them can't like move their eyes. So Enoth's head is like planted where you're like holding it, and her eyes are just like pointing outwards. She's just like, like
I'm going to describe it to you. My father is clapping for me. This might be the greatest day of my life. What if he mentions me at dinner tonight? Oh my god. I have to win this. If I don't win this, I will lock myself in the room for the rest of my life, and I will never see the light of day.
Amazing. So, you both hear this, and because you're in the standing seats, you're much closer to Banyra when she lands. But the Caleros seats are like all the way up at the top, so you guys do not see any like you guys are not close enough to have any communication with your parents. And yeah, you see the next two performances. Amar does. I'm just gonna instead of rolling because I don't want to waste time. I'll just describe it. So Amar does some cool stuff. He does one really fun trick where his dragon is flying very slowly and he pops up onto a handstand and starts running in the air upside down. It's very charming. And there's some cool stuff there. The dragon does little corkscrews through the entire Colosseum, making where he high fives a couple people. Like, he's a very charming, guy, but definitely not as skilled or precise. And the other girl on the red dragon, her dragon, as you notice, it's very wild because she's untethered. Like, she's not tied to the dragon at all. And as she flies in to start her performance, she jumps off and has the dragon fly below her and catches the reins at the end of the jump. She does, a very big showman-y wave to the crowd. Does maybe one midair handstand, has the dragon do a little corkscrew again. I'm just saying it, because Banyra rolled so well today, none of these performances compare. And you see, at the end, you, Banyra, and your dragon are given the sort of a little bit of a gold medal, which is just a flat piece of metal stamped with the Valyrian crest. And and that's all you win. There's not a big winning ceremony because this isn't really about the competition, it's more about the entertainment.
She still holds it so proudly. She's
so the next part of the show is the sparring, which is Saya's event. So
also, we have 30 minutes left.
See, this is why I said I gotta be quick. Actually, I will just describe Saya's match very briefly, and then we'll describe the other events, and then we'll get to Aramera and Mara's events, and then we will end our session after the end of the ceremony, and that will be it. So, Saya enters a one-on-one match with another student who you recognize from school. He's the younger brother of another Valyrian family. Not a senator, so he's not as important, and not a dragon rider, which means he's definitely not as important. He carries a great a great sword that has been filed down at the edges because these sparring matches are not meant to kill anybody. And they briefly entangle each other. At one moment, you think he's going to try and knock her in the head for, a incapacitating blow. But she instead, when he gets within her range, wraps the full length of the whip around him and pulls him out from under him, dislodges him from the ground, fucking knocks him over. And stamps him down 3 times, letting the crowd know that she is the winner to, sadly, a mixed crowd. There's like a little bit of booing. She's done a couple, what some might consider things that are slightly against the rules, such as generating pigeons to fly out at the enemy in order to confuse him. From what you notice at the ground level, like from what one might notice at the higher level of seats, they look like ravens, but from what you notice at the ground level is that they are in fact pigeons covered in coal. And so she's just been like throwing them out in this like sort of confusing blast. And so when she finishes, there's like a couple boos in the audience.
Mara is screaming and cheering so loudly, trying to like mask out any of the boos.
She's doing a like when she finishes the fight after knocking this guy over, she starts, even though there is a chorus of boos, she looks directly to where they're coming from and just starts bowing and, you know, blowing kisses into the crowd. She does whatever the fantasy equivalent of a Fortnite dance is.
I love Saya so much.
I love her so much.
If she wasn't gonna die in the doom, I would marry her.
In her final bow to the Magister, she releases the last 3 pigeons that she was hiding in her jumpsuit. Don't
I have an ability that lets me like communicate with like ravens or something?
Yeah, you are. I think one of your things is Master of Ravens, so yeah, you're good with ravens.
They are not ravens. They are
just watching from the crowd like,
covered in coal.
Those aren't fucking ravens, you lying dead bitch.
Yeah, no. The thing is that like, and so she gets off the stage and has a small interaction with you, and it's just like, the pigeons are much more docile. The pigeons are much easier to shove in the coat than the ravens are.
There.
I can't generate them from thin air. It's very hard. Just normal pigeons that I put in my pockets.
Banyra would probably be like, your shitty pigeons suck! Learn how to trade ravens before you try to disguise something as something they're not. That's foul!
Yeah. You say this as she's like walking directly towards you and she's giving you the thumbs up.
What's the ancient equivalent of flipping somebody off?
Yeah, an offensive, like a two finger salute, you know, like an offensive gesture. You know, one of these. I think I've already flipped people off on this stream, so I don't think doing a little bit of this is like, you know, this is like gonna get me banned or something.
Well, she almost has it.
Yes. Saya comes back to you guys, sits down with you guys. So the archery event, I'll say, is next. And I'm not gonna do any narration for anybody else. You just roll a marksmanship.
Okay. I have to zoom real far in.
Ask Banyra. Ask Banyra that question. Hales, it's your turn. You need to tell me what you rolled.
I was doing the math. I got a 22.
Oh, sorry. Y'all are rolling good today.
We're dying in the next session.
Come back. This is gonna. We're gonna die.
Yeah, you saved somebody's life by rolling. The highest at which you rolled was a 13, and and you're like, shoot an arrow into a still target. You called like.
At this point, this archery competition is nothing for me.
Yeah, you like. There's a mummer throwing discs into the air, and you hit them all. Maybe with a few exceptions, and I feel like you don't necessarily win this competition because people have. This is a very a skill one can hone. And there's maybe
I find that incredibly rude. I scored as high as Banyra did. I only had one thing to score for. This is literally -2. This is literally, if I hadn't have had to take out my bonus die, the highest I could have possibly scored in this. With what I have in marksmanship.
Fine, I will say, you get first place.
Thank you.
Oh, no one's as amazing as Banyra.
We're not competing in the same thing.
No one flies like Banyra. No one dies like Banyra.
No DMCAs.
No one burns and they chant and they scream like Banyra.
So, you talk. So you get this thing out. It's very big. Everybody's giving you a lot of claps and stuff. There's a couple other people who do almost as well as you. You kick some ass here. And at the end of the archery round, you get your little gold circlet as well, or your little gold plate as well. And in the next part of these festivities, these are all happening for 40 to 50 minutes. So this is a pretty long event. And go eat your milk and cookie, my son. I'm referring to Fro, of course. So the next event is a dance of lightning catchers. And you see a very famous student from your class who is a incredibly well-practiced lightning catcher. You see, it's all women. They all walk out and they are wearing similar jumpsuits to Saya, except their arms are exposed and it's like a pants jumpsuit, arms exposed, and some of them have mask coverings on their faces, but others do not. And you can see...
She's too old for you. She is older than Mara.
Yeah, she's 25. You can see that all of them have a swirling scarification that goes all the way up their arm that is lined with little piercings. And as Saya told you last session, these are called dragon tears. And they are a very rare type of metal that's it's like a magnetized metal that can also be rubbed together like flint and steel to make things warmer. And it's more common in the Shadowlands, and that's why all of these women have it. It's a very traditional thing, and you'll see why. So all of them get up into a circle. Forgot to name my one named NPC in this fucking group. Nazareth.
Amari?
Forgot to write her fucking name down. Oh. Her name is Nazareth, and she's like the famous one out of the group. the rest of the girls are not as like well known as she is. And so she gets up into the center and they start doing a very synchronized dance around her in a circle. She seems to be participating but drawing a smaller circle in the center, and as they draw closer, they reach out their arms and scoop her up, and like slowly they all push her into the air. And at first it's like almost like she's crowd surfing only in the center of this group, but then the real magic starts and they throw her into the air and she strikes and as she does, it's almost like she's jumping on a trampoline, except all of their arms with the dragon tears are posed upwards, almost like, bouncing a volleyball. And she's like, basically they're like bouncing her up and down in these and she strikes these perfect, elegant poses. And if you know anything about lightning dancing, these are specific poses that are meant to capture the lightning to point it into one place. And she's tossed in the air, strikes one pose where, her toe is pointed down, her hand is pointed up, one where she's fully upside down. This looks like very cool, but so dangerous. And as she's being thrown up into the air, like you can almost imagine the strike of lightning as it goes down. Like almost imagine a strike of lightning and the path that it would travel in this group. And in the final position, everyone runs away from the base where she would fall. And like this is like a 14-foot drop. Like she's falling from this area and she lands in a perfect, like Spider-Man pose, and joins the final part of the dance. And this is like a very, like solemn, but by the end everybody's applauding. And you see that as they're all like making their way back into the performers area, a couple of them disperse off into different areas of the arena. And so, finally, Aramera, are you ready?
I am.
Okay. What is your agility?
Let's see. I am on my character corner. Give me 1 second. 2. What? No, that's my. Is that me? Oh yeah, that would be a 2. Okay.
Okay. So, he's gonna go first. Your opponent is. Honestly, we got 15 minutes left, and there's some big shit that's about to go down. So we're just gonna we'll do opposed rolls. Does that work?
I don't know what that is, but yes.
We will both roll, and then one of us will be higher, and that person will win.
Okay.
I'm sorry it took so long.
No, it's not your fault. We probably should have started earlier because I knew this was going to be long.
What are we rolling, boss man?
Fight. We are rolling fight with your bonus die for your weapon.
That's 6d6.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
No. How many are bonus die? Are they just
bonus
d6?
Die? You take off the 2 lowest numbers for your bonus die. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
So if you have 2 bonus die and you're rolling 6 die, and like if you're rolling 4 die for your normal test die and then 2 bonus die, that means if you rolled like 2 1s, you take off the 1s.
Oh, cool. Alright, I can do that.
Okay, and So I am rolling 6 bonus die as well. 6 bonus die. 4 test die, 2 bonus die.
Okay.
Oh shit. Okay. So that is 15 plus 6. And 15 plus 6 is 21. So I got a 21, and you also got a 21. Shit.
Are we rolling again?
How much damage do you do?
I forgot. Fuck.
It's in your character order. It's in your character order.
Let me get back there. I only have combat defense and health. Okay.
No, it's not on your character sheet. It's in your character corner. You wrote it.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I'm kind of.
Or no, you didn't.
I did. I didn't.
Or no, you didn't. I will look it up for you right now.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. So you have a great sword, which +3 to your athletics. That is how much damage you do.
Oh, okay. 7.
Okay, you win.
Yes!
This guy has a spear, and you are like, you swing your greatsword down, and it cracks that spear in half.
I like that.
You knock him to the ground, signaling the end of the fight, and you are also awarded with a little golden charm to signify your victory.
Our family is so
Look
powerful.
Look at the Claros children fucking getting all that gold.
Yeah, you know, people are not killing you guys because you're all daughters, but like, ayo. But like, ayo.
Don't erase our achievements.
Yeah, we don't erase how important they are. So, the final part of the ceremony is the horse dance. Are you okay? Just did a little sneezy?
I just sneezed really hard. It kind of hurt.
Ooh. So the final part of the show is the horse dance, and this big group of like guys on horseback, all in this like, you know, very spirit Halloween version of a culture, are riding out here. Some of them are straight up blonde.
Is this my boy Kraz?
Kraz is leading. Is not leading, but Kraz is doing very well.
Yo.
They do a little bit of like a fun archery show where they all shoot their arrows in the center, and they all come down directly before hitting the horses, but make a perfect circle. And you know, it's this very like synchronized, very beautiful dance. You know, a little bit of dressage, if you will. For anybody who doesn't know, dressage is where horses dance. And at the very end, when normally these acts would be like bowing or, you know, soaking up the applause, like a large group of them move to the center on their horses. And a single arrow is fired, not into the, you know, safe zones of this arena, but directly at the Grand Magister. He attempts to, like, as a man of magic, he should be prepared for this, but he attempts to, like, block it with his hand, but it goes straight through and penetrates his skull.
No.
There is a shocked gasp amongst the crowd, and you see as the other magisters get up and start looking around, the guards turn on them.
Yo. Is
there's
this
a
an...
hu-
Oh, sorry.
there's a
continue.
huge chaos in this, and you see the that there starts to be a ring of fire approaching on the inside of the arena that's cast by dragon tears that have been individually thrown into a sort of marble shape. So this ring of fire erupts into the center of the ring, protecting the horsed riders from being directly attacked by any guards trying to approach them. There is chaos. Your father brings out a shield, something you've never seen him do in his life. And your mother gets out of her seat, and you guys, and they start, trying to escape. And that is where we'll end our session. We have 8 minutes left. Yeah, it's over.
Now that it's over, wait, are we still streaming?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Shall
never
we
mind.
end it?
Yes, we shall. Please go follow us on YouTube if you want to see this after it was streamed, or you can follow us on Instagram or Twitter or any of our other social medias, which you can find in the link tree right below this very stream that you are watching right now. If you are curious about our names or pronouns, those are also right below this stream right now. If you are curious about our individual business ventures, you can scroll down in our link tree and you will find our individual social medias on there as well. And if you are curious about my mental well-being, you can send me a DM on Instagram. And other than that, is there anything else we'd like to plug before we end the stream?
Nope.
I'm good.
Check us out
It
on
was
Instagram.
Yes, it was lovely having you all here. Thank you for coming. We love you all. Goodbye.
Dennis
What would you
off.
like to do the
Bye,
honors?
bitches.